Industry leaders have consistently revised their timelines for artificial general intelligence, with projections now extending into 2026 and beyond. However, the gap between promise and performance reveals a more complex landscape than headline predictions suggest. Organizations worldwide are committing unprecedented resources to generative AI infrastructure. Data centers are expanding globally, and boardrooms are filled with transformation initiatives. Yet, according to Stanford research, approximately 95% of these organizations report negligible returns on their AI investments. The productivity gains remain concentrated in two primary sectors: software development and customer service operations. Beyond these domains, implementation results have been largely ceremonial, driven more by competitive anxiety than demonstrated value. 2026 marks an inflection point. We're transitioning from uncritical enthusiasm to rigorous assessment. Expect corporate transparency regarding failed initiatives to become the norm rather than the exception. The humanoid robotics sector presents a striking dichotomy between demonstration and deployment. While Western companies generate compelling prototype videos, substantial questions remain about scalability and reliability. Recent high-profile malfunctions underscore the engineering challenges that persist. Meanwhile, Chinese manufacturers are pursuing a fundamentally different strategy. Companies like UBTech have announced deployment targets of 5,000 units in 2026, scaling to 10,000 by 2027. Their focus centers on industrial applications rather than consumer spectacle. The most tangible near-term impact appears in elderly care. Clinical evidence demonstrates that companion robots achieve 95% positive interaction rates, effectively addressing social isolation among seniors. This represents a practical application with measurable outcomes. Leading AI researchers, including Geoffrey Hinton, acknowledge that significant occupational displacement is inevitable. AI capabilities are currently doubling every 7 months, compressing tasks that previously required hours into minutes. In 2026, governments are expected to implement real-time economic monitoring systems, tracking AI-related job displacement with monthly updates. The AI agent's market trajectory, from $7.92 billion in 2025 to a projected $52.20 billion by 2030, indicates autonomous systems will increasingly handle complex workflows and decision-making processes. However, this isn't simply a displacement narrative. A new paradigm of AI-augmented professionals is emerging. Developers who leverage these tools to expand capability rather than be replaced by them. They're creating solutions that were previously technically infeasible. Traditional search engines face obsolescence as conversational AI systems provide direct answers rather than link aggregations. This fundamental shift in information retrieval will accelerate throughout 2026. AI development has become a critical component of national strategy. China currently leads in humanoid robotics commercialization with over 150 active companies. More significantly, nations globally are establishing AI sovereignty, developing independent models and infrastructure rather than relying on American providers. This represents more than commercial competition. AI supremacy has become the defining technological race of our era, with economic and strategic implications comparable to nuclear capabilities during the Cold War. Beyond the speculation, several developments will deliver a tangible impact in 2026. Personalized AI tutoring systems are becoming ubiquitous, demonstrating the capacity to save educators 6 weeks annually while improving student outcomes. Implementation is expanding across Poland, the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States, with systems adapting precisely to individual learning patterns. Researchers are making significant progress in interpretability, understanding the internal logic of neural networks. This advances safety, reliability, and trust in AI systems. AI-accelerated scientific research is producing discoveries in physics, biology, and materials science at unprecedented velocity, compressing decades of traditional research timelines. Public sentiment toward AI is deteriorating. Expect this to become a significant factor in the 2026 US midterm elections, driven by employment concerns, misinformation proliferation, and implementation without meaningful consent. Security vulnerabilities are multiplying as AI systems receive excessive permissions, resulting in substantial data breaches. Economic inequality will intensify. As Hinton warns, AI will concentrate wealth dramatically, expanding the gap between beneficiaries and those displaced. The venture capital landscape for humanoid robotics is contracting. Investors are demanding commercial viability rather than technological demonstrations. Expect at least one prominent company in this sector to cease operations in 2026. The central question for 2026 is no longer whether AI can perform specific tasks, but rather how effectively, at what cost, and who benefits. We're transitioning from speculative optimism to empirical evaluation. Some predictions will materialize, many will not. What remains certain is that 2026 will definitively separate AI capability from AI mythology. The results will challenge assumptions across the industry.